Hello YouTube, welcome to another episode of Nick's Tall Tales. Today we're going to be looking at Kerbal Space Program. Two mods in it. One of them is called FAR and the other one is called Fire Spitter, I believe. I'll have instructions for the installation both in the description. And the reason I've got these two mods loaded up is because they are really good at being small. And small is really important on a mid-range PC like mine, or ones most of you probably have. Now, the reason I got these two mods is because my cousins wanted to see planes inside of Kerbal. Planes as in the Disney movie planes. Dusty and Raquel and the skipper and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the tracking station here. I've already got me a little electric car next to the hangar. And I'm going to... Where is it? I believe that is it. Yeah, let's fly it. Alright, there's probably going to be a little bit of lag. That's because I got all the planes parked out front. And I'm going to have downloads for both sets of these. Both the ones from planes, and I've got a couple of fun little things I built as well. And I'll have a little montage after this of the planes in flight to some nice music. How's that? Assuming the lag doesn't kill me. But that's what you get when you have a whole bunch of planes parked out in the Kerbal Space Program. Here we come. Yep, there we are. My nice little rover. Breaks off. There we go. Come on. Yeah. We're running at about 10 frames per second. Oh, no, no! There go my solar panels. Oh, that's going to be expensive. That's going to come out of somebody's budget for sure. Oh, no, yeah, that's pretty. Oh, no, don't roll over. We have a low center of gravity. The lag's killing us. No, that's fine. Don't worries. No worries. Here we go. Okay. So coming up over here, you can see the planes and a couple bombers over there. I'll get to those in a moment. But first, the reason most of you probably found this video, not because of the lag. Let's see here. Okay. So, coming down the line, first we've got the skipper right here. He's looking awful regal there. Oh my gosh, slow down. Stop, you bloody car. Okay. Do I not have a reverse gear on this thing? No, I don't. Great. Okay. That's fine. We'll use the zoom key. Okay. So here's the skipper. We're able to get these bent wing effect by using a little bit of cheating. If you know how to do it, Alt F12 brings up this debug toolbar. So I did have to use some clipping for this. It was the only way I could get them to fit, but they don't break apart when the clippings are enabled, so it's all fine. And so we used the little fuel tank canisters to achieve this little bend we see here, which is really hard to do otherwise. If anyone knows a better way of doing that bend, let me know in the comments below. Okay, next up we have Raquel. She was hard too. You'll notice that I had to put these fins at a slightly different angle. That's because they weren't doing anything in the angle they have them at. So with this configuration here, she can now fly, sort of. Just don't expect her to maneuver quickly. Next up, we've got Bulldog. He flies surprisingly well. The only thing I would have liked to have been able to do differently with him is have a much narrower back end. But the only way to do that would have been to use this section again behind, and that would have looked weird. So I just went with the standard tail cone of the bomber. But I really would have liked it to be a bit shorter and quite a bit thicker, not narrower. What am I talking about? Okay, next up we have El Chupacabra, who flies amazingly well. I was able to achieve that because I put larger than the standard elevators in the back. Didn't really have a choice there. He just would not fly with ones that were equivalent in size. Next up is the two minions whose name I cannot remember right now. Let me see if I... No, I can't right click. But that's one of the two minions. They're relatively stable and a little frustrating with the landing gear on landings, but it's doable-ish. But the real star are these two right here. This one is good for decorations and not much else at the moment. Stop moving. It's I was able to get some really cool effects using these skids here for the sprayer, and actually it kind of saves them in the landing because these things just bounce you right off the ground. It's pretty awesome. But this is Crop Duster Dusty with the upgraded engine, and this is the fully rebuilt Dusty with everything done as close as I could get it. And I'll show you in a few minutes how, oh my gosh, we're freaking out, how well that flies. It's really cool. Okay, breaks off. Now coming around here, the other thing I wanted to show you are these. These are not built like normal vessels in any way that you would see in the military. I kind of was copying them, but really I just went with these with a Kerbal aesthetic. And this right here, this one up front, I'm calling the Chinook. Now it's not the first double prop helicopter built in Kerbal. I did find another video on YouTube. I'll have a link down below. His is much more Chinook-like than mine is, and it uses a whole lot of other things mine doesn't. This one will fly as long as you keep it within certain specifications. Don't tilt too much. Don't let one of these come too far above the other and things like that. His is much more stable, but mine's much faster. So it's a real joy to play with when you figure it out, and it's a barnstorming beast, if you will. A couple other things. This bomber here, I actually did not build for flying. It does fly, but the main reason I built this is so that I would have a minimum piece thing that I could lay out here on the runways and stuff that I could use this on, and this. These are my two bombers with working bomb bays. You'll see those in a moment when I go back into the hangar. But these things, when they fly, you can drop tons of explosives down on whatever's underneath and they'll blow up. It's a great sight to see. And I'm really glad that this guy decided to include opening bomb bay doors down here. I'll show you how I made my bombs and posed them inside of there in a second as well. But I just wanted to show these to you in the front of the video so you can see what you're going to get in the downloads below. There's going to be one pack for just the planes. This is pack 1. I'm going to probably do this in 3 packs, at least one a week as I can design them. Some of them, like Ripsling, are really, really tough, but others weren't so. So you're going to see them here. I'll have a couple more videos coming up. So pack 1 is going to be these. Pack 2 is going to have these 3 bombers, rather, and the Chinook helicopter. So you can play around with those. And these ones already have presets, so all you got to do is get them in the air, and I'll show you how to do your bombing runs with those. It's a real blast. And that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a much less laggy site, and I'll get right back with you. And we're back. Okay, we are now looking at the heavy bomber X-10A3. A ridiculous name. It's just based off of how many different versions this has gone through to try to get it working. Took me quite a lot longer than I would like to admit. Okay, now looking in here in this bomb bay, I've flipped over the plane so you can see it. We have these oxidizer tanks which give off these beautiful explosions when they hit the ground. It's just great. And you'll see here along the side I've got some stacks of couplers. place. Okay. Don't worry, this problem won't be in the one you download. See, I'm going to go ahead and save that change right there. Okay. Now, there's four sets of these that will unleash, going, as you see, from the middle and then working their way outwards. Couple problems with it. The coupler uses this setup right here, the FS3 FDM drop tank mount. Now those mounts separate with the bomb. They both come off together. So when they fall, if you're at the wrong angle, you'll see a bunch of explosions coming from in here. Don't worry about it, you'll be just fine. Those don't actually do damage like these things will. But speaking of that, there is something that will do damage to you, and that's if these wings are center mounted like normal. And I'm just going to go ahead real quick and show you the folly of center mounting these wings. Oh, bollocks, there we go. Alright, now if you look here, the wings actually normally clip into the bomb bay, and that's really bad because all these will get stuck to them. And that, I'll be honest, the first few times, a lot of these versions were me watching my wings get ripped off for reasons I did not know. Took me 7 tries? Yeah, 7 tries before I realized that was happening. The other 3 versions were fixing landing gear and stuff. Speaking of which, check that out. A very elegant solution, far prettier than I'll just take a moment here and show you my previous solution to that problem. Nothing to be proud about right here, but maybe it'll give you ideas just the same. Hopefully they'll look prettier than mine. But yes, that is the previous solution. Ugh. And yeah, you don't need these. And that was just to make it take off faster, but these things are just so heavy. That's going to be a real problem. You'll see that in a moment in the video montage. Wait for it after the planes montage, of course, because you all came here for planes anyways, isn't that right? Okay, but alright, so that's that. And that's how the bomb bays are loaded up. Didn't take me long, but it did. The initial build didn't take long. It was the adjustments that you got to do to make this thing balance and fly right that's tough. But we're going to go ahead and load up the sim here in a moment. So all of you wonderful folks on YouTube, have a wonderful day. Enjoy this musical vantage, and I may just go ahead and create a separate video for that, so you don't have to sit through this again if you want to show it to somebody else. But thank you for watching. Rate, subscribe, and leave comments, which is completely different from everyone else saying it. But that's me. I'm Greek. What are you gonna do? Anyways, have a wonderful day. Thank you, and goodbye.
vous aimerai. Ma foi, je ne sais pas. Peut-être jamais. Peut-être demain. Mais pas aujourd'hui. C'est certain. L'amour est un oiseau rebelle que nous n'est plus apprivoiseur. Il est bien votre si lui convient de refuser. Rien n'y fait, mon oiseau privé, l'humain est bien notre idée. Et si l'autre que je préfère, il n'a rien dit, mais il m'aime. Il n'a jamais, jamais connu les lois. Si tout n'aimait pas, je t'aimais. Si je t'aime, regarde toi. Si tout n'aimait pas, si tout n'aimait pas, je t'aimais. Mais si je t'aimais, si je t'aimais, prends garde de toi. L'oiseau que tu croyais surprendre bâtit les envola. L'amour est loin, tout peut attendre, tout nul n'attend, nous elle est là. Tout de toi vite, vite, il vient s'enfler, puis il revient. Tout croyait de lui, vite, vite, tout quoi la vite, il t'assure.